Classic Hollywood stars who came from rich and prominent families. John, Ethel, and Lionel Barrymore. These siblings are second-generation Barrymores. The Barrymore family is one of the most distinguished American theatrical families. They were major stars of stage and cinema in the late 19th century and the first half of the 20th century. The family was founded by Maurice Barrymore and Georgia Drew. The father, Maurice, was a stage and Broadway actor. His wife, Georgia Drew Barrymore, was also a stage actress and comedian, who was born into a prominent theatrical family. Her mother was Louisa Lane Drew, a well-known 19th century actress and the manager of the Ark Street Theatre. Her father was John Drew, an actor and comedian. Her siblings, John Drew Jr., Sidney, and Louisa, were all actors. Humphrey Bogart. Bogart was an American cultural icon due to his performances in classic Hollywood cinema. He became a preeminent motion picture tough guy and was a top box office attraction during the 1940s and 50s. He was born to Maud Humphrey, one of the most popular American commercial illustrators of the Victorian era, and Belmont DeForest Bogart, a wealthy surgeon who came from a wealthy family. His mother, Julia Augusta Stiles, was a wealthy heiress. Katherine Hepburn. Hepburn had a career as a Hollywood leading lady spanned 6 decades. She was known for her headstrong independence, spirited personality that reflected on her on-screen persona. She regularly played roles of a strong-willed, sophisticated woman. Hepburn was raised in Connecticut by wealthy progressive parents. Her parents were Thomas Norville Hepburn, a wealthy and prominent surgeon, who helped establish the New England Social Hygiene Association, which educated the public about venereal disease. And Catherine Martha Houghton Hepburn, a feminist campaigner and a leader of the women's suffrage movement. She was a member of the National Women's Party. She also co-founded the organization that would become Planned Parenthood. Montgomery Clift. Clift was a 4-time Academy Award nominee. He was known for his portrayal of a moody, sensitive young man. He was known for the emotional depth and sense of vulnerability he brought to his roles. Along with Marlon Brando and James Dean, he helped delineate a new model for American cinematic heroes. His father, William Brooks Bill Clift, made a lot of money as the vice president of Omaha National Trust Company. Olivia de Havilland and Joan Fontaine. Havilland's major works of her cinematic career spanned from 1935 to 1988. She appeared in 49 feature films and was one of the leading actresses of her time. Her younger sister, Joan Fontaine, has appeared in more than 45 films in a career that spanned 5 decades. By birth, Olivia and Joan were members of the de Havilland family that belongs to the landed gentry. Their mother, Lillian Fontaine, was a British stage actress. She also sang with the master of the King's music, Sir Walter Parrott, and toured the United Kingdom with the composer Ralph Vaughan Williams. Their father, Walter de Havilland, was an English professor and patent attorney. Tyrone Power. From the 1930s to the 1950s, Power appeared in dozens of films, often in swashbuckler roles or romantic leads. The actor was known for his striking good looks and for starring in films in a number of genres, from drama to light comedy. The son of Tyrone Power Sr., a huge star in the theater and films in both classical and modern roles. Power was descended from a long Irish theatrical line going back to his great-grandfather, the Irish actor and comedian Tyrone Power. His mother, Helen Emma, was a Shakespearean actress as well as a respected dramatic coach. Gary Cooper. Known for his strong, quiet screen persona and understated acting style, Cooper won the Academy Award for Best Actor twice and had a further 3 nominations, as well as an Academy Honorary Award in 1961 for his career achievements. Cooper's career spanned 36 years, from 1925 to 1961. He was a major movie star from the end of the silent film era through the end of the golden age of classical Hollywood. Cooper's father was a prominent lawyer, rancher, and later a Montana Supreme Court justice. Audrey Hepburn. A film and fashion icon, she was ranked by the American Film Institute as the 3rd greatest female screen legend from the classical Hollywood cinema, and was even inducted into the International Best Dressed Hall of Fame list. Audrey Hepburn was born as Audrey Kathleen Rustin on May 4, 1929 in Belgium. Her mother, Baroness Ella van Heemstra, was a Dutch noblewoman. Ella was the daughter of Baron Arnold van Heemstra, the mayor of Arnhem from 1910 to 1920 and the governor of Dutch Guiana from 1921 to 1928, and Baroness Ilbrig Williamine Henriette van Asbach, a granddaughter of Count Dirk van Hagendorp. Her father, Hendrik Gustav Adolf Quals van Oefert, was an oil executive based in Batavia, Dutch East Indies. Elizabeth Taylor. Taylor is considered one of the last major stars to have come out of the old Hollywood studio system. She was known internationally for her beauty, especially her violet eyes and her portrayals of volatile and strong-willed characters. She was born in England to American parents who returned to the US, settling in Los Angeles shortly before the outbreak of World War II. Her father, Francis Lynn Taylor, was a successful art dealer, and his business brought him into contact with members of the Hollywood elite. Her mother, Sarah Southern, was a former stage actress. Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Actor, producer, and decorated naval officer of World War II, he appeared in almost 100 movies or TV shows, and best known for starring in such films as The Prisoner of Zanda in 1937, Gangadin in 1939, and The Corsican Brothers in 1941. He was born in New York City to Annabeth, the daughter of a very wealthy cotton mogul, and actor Douglas Fairbanks, who was considered one of cinema's first icons, noted for such swashbuckling adventure films as The Mark of Zorro, Robin Hood, and The Thief of Baghdad. Yul Brynner. He was known for his portrayal of King Mongat in the Rodgers and Hammerstein stage musical The King and I, for which he won 2 Tony Awards and later an Academy Award for Best Actor for the film adaptation. He was born in the city of Vladivostok, Russia, at his parents' 4-story home, into a wealthy Swiss-Russian family of landowners and silver mining developers in Siberia and the Far East. Maureen O'Hara. The natural redhead actress and singer became successful in Hollywood from the 1940s to the 1960s. She often starred in westerns and adventure films. She worked with director John Ford and longtime friend John Wayne on numerous projects. Her father, Charles Fitzsimmons, managed a clothing business in Dublin and also owned part of the renowned Irish soccer team, the Shamrock Rovers. O'Hara inherited her singing voice from her mother, Margarita Lilburn Fitzsimmons, an accomplished contralto and successful women's clothier. Carole Lombard. Throughout her short-lived career, Lombard was known for her ability to combine elegance and zaniness in some of the most successful and popular film comedies of the 1930s. Even though she was raised by her single mother, she was born into a wealthy family. Both of her parents came from wealthy backgrounds, and biographer Robert Madsen called her early years her silver spoon period. Marlene Dietrich. German and American actress and singer whose career spanned from the 1910s to the 1980s. She performed on stage, in silent films, and talkies. Born in Berlin, her mother Wilhelmina Elisabeth Josephine was from an affluent Berlin family who owned a jewelry and clock-making firm. Her father, Louis Erich Oro Dietrich, was a police lieutenant. Peter Ustinov. Peter Ustinov was a 2-time Academy Award-winning film actor, director, writer, journalist, and raconteur. He wrote and directed many acclaimed stage plays and led numerous international theatrical productions. Ustinov has ancestral connections to Russian nobility, as well as the Ethiopian royal family. His father, also known as Klopp Ustinov, was a German journalist, diplomat, and a pilot in the German Air Force during World War I. His mother, Nadezhda Leontievna Benois, known as Nadia, was a famous painter and ballet stage designer.